Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel MJ Classes. Today we are talking about the significant figures. Significant figures are the one which are meaningful digits with certainty plus one which is estimated or uncertain. This is the definition of the significant figures. Um, although the significant figure topic is very basic, but it has very wide application in the different field wherever the data is present. So in this video, first we will talk about the rules to define the number of significant figures in a particular data, and then we will talk about the algebra of the significant figures, and finally we will talk about the how we can round off a decimal number and the different rules for rounding off the different numbers. So that is all about this video. So first we will start with the rules to define the number of significant figures. So first rule is all non-zero digits are significant. For example, if we have 555 meter, this is the length of something. Then if we have the 555 meter, it has the three significant figures. Every non-zero digit is significant. So there are the three significant figures. Then other is the 0.55, 0.55 centimeter cube. This is the volume of something, and it has the two significant figures. The non-zero two digits 5 and 5 are the significant figures here. So the second rule is the zero preceding to first non-zero digit are not significant. For example, when we have 0.05 a number, here this number has one significant figure because 0 preceding to 5 has no meaning of the significant figure. That's why this number has only one significant figure. So every 0 preceding to any non-zero digit will not be counted in the significant figure. The other example is 0.0055. Here there are two non-zero digits 55 and preceding to those numbers 002 zeros are present, but they are not counted in the significant figure. There are only two significant figures. So this is the second rule. Then third rule says zeros between two non-zero digits are significant. That means if we have 0 in between two non-zero digits, then it will be counted in the significant figures. For example, we have 5.05. 5.05 has three significant figures. Here this 0 between the 5 and 5 count in the significant figure. Similarly, the other example is 5.005. Here also these three zeros are between 5 and 5 and they are counted in the significant figure, and the total significant figure that the number has is five significant figures. Then the fourth rule says zeros at the end or the right of the number are significant provided they are on the right side of the decimal point. That means here you see this example 0.500 gram. Here two zeros are right, exactly right of the non-zero number 5. Uh, these two zeros count in the significant figure, and the total significant figure this number has is three significant figures. And the other example is 500. When we take the 500, it has only one significant figure. Why? Because the line says the complete statement is provided they are on the right side of the decimal point. So here there is a no decimal, and if the decimal is present, uh, these two zeros will be counted in the significant figure. But there are no decimals, so these two zeros doesn't count in the significant figure. It has only one significant figure. The same thing I am saying is the third example. When we put the decimal at the after the 500 and put a 0, then all the three zeros count in the significant figure, and it has four significant figures. So this is very main point, very confusing point when we take a look. So you remember that 500 has the one significant figure, but 500.00 has a four significant figure. We can take also 500.00, then it has five significant figure. one more zero, then it will have 6 significant figure. So like that. Then fifth the fifth rule says the number of objects have infinite significant figures. That means when we have the number for any object, for example rats, we have 5 rats, then this is fixed. This is fixed, this is finite, that 5, it is exactly 5. So we can write 5 into 5.00000 something like that. So it can have infinite significant figures. So whenever we are talking about the objects, then the number for that object will have always have these infinite significant figures. Similarly, five bats, when we have the 5 bats, then the number 5.000 have the infinite number of significant figures. So we have to take in mind that whenever we will talk about the objects, then the number for that object will have always infinite significant figures. This is very important. So these are the 5 rules for defining the significant figures, number of significant figures in any data. So you have to remember and understand these rules to define a number of significant figures in any data. So now the addition and the subtraction of the significant figures. So in addition, as we have given the example 12.0 plus 13.73 plus 2.615, then we get the 28.345 is the answer. But we report it as 28.3. Why? Because for the addition or subtraction, the rule says from these all the original numbers, if we see the all the original numbers, the result cannot have more digits to the right of the decimal points than either of the original numbers. That means uh, in all the three numbers, the minimum number of digits right from the decimal is 1. So the answer should also have only one digit after the decimal. This is the rule. That's why, because 12.0 have only one digit after the decimal, that's why the answer also have the one digit after the decimal. Similarly, when we subtract these two numbers, we get 5.443, but we report this answer in 5.444. Why? Because 34.04 is have the number digits after the decimal only 2. So that's why the answer also have the number of digit after the decimal. So this is the rule. You have to remember it. So next is the multiplication and division of these significant figures. Here when we talk about the multiplication case, when we multiply 5.555 into 1.4, we get 7.777. But we report the answer 7.8 because the rule is that in either of these two, the one having the minimum number of significant digit, the same significant digit will be of the answer. As in these two numbers 1.4 have two significant digits, so answer should also have the two significant digits. That's why the 7.777 is rounded off to 7.8. How this is 8, this is rounded off to from 8 to 7, we will talk in the next upcoming slides. So next is the 5.5555 into 5.55. Then we get the 30.833025, but we report the answer 30.8. Why? Because here the 5.55 have the three significant figures. So answer should also have the 30.8, and that means three significant figures. Similarly, 5.5, when we divide the 5.5 with the 5.555, we get this number, which is we can say that non-terminating and repeating type. Then we get the then we will report the answer 0.99 instead of this number, because uh, here the 5.5 has the two significant figures, so the answer should also have the two significant figures. That's why the answer is reported as 0.99. So next, when we talk about the round off, there are some points we have to keep in mind when we are rounding off any decimal number. The first one is that whenever the rightmost digit which we are going to remove is greater than 5, then what will happen is that the preceding digit will increase by one number. For example, when we have the 5.768 number, we have to round off it. Then, as the 8 is the rightmost digit and it is greater than 5, so we round off it as 5.77. Increases the sixth preceding number by one digit. Then next is the 4.97. We have the number 4.97. The 7 is the rightmost digit and it is greater than 5. So that's why we have increases the preceding number 9 by 1, uh, and the number becomes 5.0. Next is the rightmost digit. When rightmost digit is less than 5, then there will be no change in the preceding digit. For example, 5.764. Then this is rounded off as 5.76. Similarly, in 4.942 is a number, and it is rounded off as a 4.94. Then the final point is that when we have the rightmost digit as 5 is equal to 5, not greater nor neither greater nor less, then what we will see is the preceding digit. If the preceding digit is even, then there will be no change in the preceding digit. It will be the same as it is in the number. For example, 5.765, in the case of 5.65, we get the 5.576 number after round off. Similarly, 5.745, when we have the 5.745 is the number and it is rounded off as 5.74. And when the preceding digit is odd, in that case, it will increase by one digit. As you see here, 5 is the rightmost digit and preceding digit is the odd. Then after rounding off, the preceding digit increases by 6. Similarly, in the 5.775 case, here the rightmost digit is 5 and the preceding digit increases by 1 by 5 and become 5.78. So it is all about the rounding off the any decimal number. These are the some rules from which we can round off any number. So that's it. Thank you for listening me, and if you like the video, then like it and subscribe my channel, share to your friends. Thank you.